Yeah.
Yeah. So anyone who missed out can see it.
So we'll probably, for machine, we'll do the broken bones thing on that building again, and then we'll do this for all three of you just to get used to again, and I'll show machine the procedure for it.
Yeah, this is more than enough capacity.
Yeah, I said 3 to 4 to Colton, and 4 were able to join. Oh, I guess Flame's in here now.
Well, yeah.
So we can just have some on standby then.
He was one of the ones who were selected as well. So
Yeah, that's fine. So if all of you just want to go ahead and spawn in, you should be getting teleported to us in the city soon. Alright, Arson, go ahead and stand over by that wall with the 2 flares on it. This one, right over here. There you go.
Stakes are probably gonna save around here, aren't they?
Yeah, stakes will still save. So if you place any down, make sure to pick them back up.
Before I leave, I guess. Just
Yeah.
place them around for now.
and we're allowed to deploy, yes.
Yes. Here, actually, I'm going to pick up these and I'm going to place them here.
Penguin, have you spawned in yet?
Alright, there's a D-class over there. Turn around. I see 2 of you over here.
You can tell me and medical officers, Penguin, if you spawned in yet. I think I can up to TP you. Can I get up to TP you? Canuck, can you TP Penguin?
Thank you. What else?
I'll take that as a yes.
Yes, Flame. Go ahead and join.
Cherokee said he wanted to join this.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think DM him.
Because I know he gets 30 slots, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's like a T0 light.
Pretty much like us, I think. I think he gets the same amount of stuff as SFD. Yeah. Someone else join?
This is Gators.
Gators? Oh, what's up, Gators?
Ooh.
Well, we got Chicory here. What is Chicory? Oh, it's an HC uniform. We got 5 D class here, which is 1, 2. All of the D class. We're waiting for Penguin. Are we? Or is Penguin here?
Oh no, Penguin's here.
Penguin's here? Oh, okay. So I think the Cherokee wanna join, you said?
I DM'd them. I haven't gotten a response yet though.
Alright, well I DM'd him. If he wants to join, you can join in after. So let's see here. I'd say we can probably do the third story fall first. But one thing I want to cover for T0 quickly, just some general information that's kind of part of like a protocol that you can follow, or just an order of what treatments you're supposed to use in like certain situations. So for Machine and Penguin, if there's 4 or more bleeding wounds, you can use your tourniquet. If there's only 3 or less, then using a tourniquet isn't gonna be that taxing, or I mean that useful,
Effective.
because you can bandage stuff up uh, fairly quickly. Let's see here. That's and once you're done patching up bleeding wounds, always remember to remove the tourniquet so you don't cause any additional pain to the person that you're treating. Because if you leave one on, then it'll uh, cause pain over time. Let's see here. There's 2 of you. Do you want to take part in it at first, Seraph?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Let's get all the D class. Come follow me. I'm the SFD. And go ahead and everyone line up against this wall right here. And then I'm going to have 3 of you come up with me. So Patata, Prism, and Flame, go ahead and come up here in this building with me. All right. Each one of you go ahead and stand in front of a window. Don't jump out. Not yet. Just stand in front of them and wait for a
Yeah,
command.
T0, you can come to me. Penguin.
And other class Ds, if you just want to watch, like you can come back out from behind that wall and just stand on the road over here. So let's see, we've got 3 people up there. So Machine, Penguin, and Seraph have already done this before, but whenever I order the D class to jump out of the building, what you're going to do is going to rush up to the D class that you're lined up in front of, and you're going to go ahead and start treating them. So first thing you want to assess is how many bleeding wounds there are. If there's 4 or more, tourniquet it, and then go ahead and start bandaging up all the wounds. And then if they end up losing enough blood to where they pass out, then you want to keep bandaging them. If their heart stops, then you use a bandage, then hit them with an AED, and then you use another bandage, and then hit them with an AED, and alternate that until all of the wounds have been sealed. And once that's happened, then you want to put a CPAP on them, and then just continue using the AED until their heartbeat normalizes. All right, you all ready? And Machine, you understand what we're doing here? All right, D-Class, go ahead and jump out of the window in front of you whenever you're ready. If you need to do a running start, then go ahead.
Alright, stand still. Leslie, or else you're just gonna die.
And then in an op, if you had trauma kits and they had fractures, if you had time, um, you could try to fix at least the leg fractures. But if you didn't, you just have to tell them to make do. But sometimes if their wounds are too much, they might be a very large hindrance to the speed of the unit. You other 2D class, if you want to stand over here on the road and just watch it, you can. Or just like by the bench.
I see right arm, abdomen, left thigh. I think I can actually get him to walk again.
Go ahead. Don't use your, actually, yeah, go ahead and use your trauma kits now. If you have enough.
Be able to make him walk.
0 is headlamp. Alright, good. Machine, make sure you remove the tourniquet once all the bleeding wounds are patched up. Let's see. Seraph, good. Penguin, good.
By the way, whenever someone's like this injured, you're gonna want to say code black. It's kind of a thing T0 should probably do.
Yeah, if that's something you want to tell them, just like what certain things will be, what code. Let's see here. Got one. Fixing all this stuff up, and I'm pretty sure trauma kits on full treatments take like
50 seconds.
50 seconds. Yeah.
I remember it being fast.
What's that?
It used to be really fast. It used to take like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it did.
They buffed it, nerfed it, and nerfed it again. I mean, last
Well,
time was like 2 minutes.
Machine's really quiet on my end.
Extremely quiet for me too when I have you on max volume.
Well, not anymore.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we
There
go.
you go.
I might be able to make him walk. It's just to fix its leg fractures, and I think that should be able to let him walk.
If you fix that right leg fracture,
Yeah,
he
that's what I'm doing
should
right
be
now.
able to walk, but he'll still be slow, and his abdomen break is going to make his turning really sluggish, but he'll be able to move. This guy, he'll be able to move if 4 of those fractures are fixed. Actually, maybe just
Not a
2
lot
of
of
them, I'm not
fractures.
sure.
He had like 6.
Yeah. Hypovolemia, that just means
Lack of blood in the body.
yeah, you just don't have a lot of blood in the body, which means you were just losing blood pretty quickly.
Not
And
okay. I think I still need to deal with some of his compound fractures.
yeah, the max amount of blood you can have is about like 5,600 milliliters. So it's just hypovolemia. You've lost a little bit from all the bleeding wounds you had, but you'll slowly regain blood, and that symptom will go away. Yeah.
I'm just gonna treat him all the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, come on. I need him to walk.
Chicory, what if we had our own like standard issue quick milk MREs so we could strengthen our bones?
Quick milk
Just
MRE, delicious.
extra calcium with
Truly
every
the best
drink.
suggestion we've had.
Pip, get AINR on that.
Don't mind the gunshots. That's just
How about
P1 in their
saving
training.
loadouts? That'd
I
be
don't
cool.
think we need AR and AINR on fucking the
Yeah.
MREs.
Saving
we're
How
not
did
the-
milk?
we're
Wow.
the kitchen ladies now.
Would you like more milk with your milk?
Do you want more milk? Dehydrated, perhaps?
He has a break on his left thigh. I can't. He's not gonna walk.
No, he should be able to. All right.
Prism, can you get up?
Prism, go ahead and stand up.
Oh, okay.
As long as both legs aren't
Don't move.
broken
Don't
or
move.
fractured, then they should be able to stand. But she's gonna be pretty slow, so go ahead and walk towards me, Prism. Yeah, see, they're
It's a lot
still gonna be a
faster
little
than
slow.
crouching.
Yeah.
Hey, Chicory, which script do you use for teleporting people? Because the one that I've been using that was pinned isn't working for me.
Are you trying to teleport to your Reacher?
I'm trying to teleport somebody to me.
Whatever you're doing, Kanik, I think it's showing up in the
Okay,
bot
are you
in
trying to
general.
teleport it to your person or to your Reacher?
I'm trying to teleport it to. Wait a sec.
Because there's a
Yeah.
Reacher script and a person script. And it won't work if you're trying to teleport it to your person.
The
Wait,
Also-
what'd you say?
SCP-1471-A
There's a
bot
Reacher
is
script
going
and a
on.
person script, so there's two. There's one above and one below.
Yeah.
One's for your Reacher and one's for the person. Now, it won't work if you go to the menu to teleport them, and you try and teleport to your
Prism, you're
character.
good.
He'll be
Please
fine. I
don't
can
Oh
Thank
feel
yeah,
you,
myself.
Reacher.
Once you've bandaged everything on him, take off his tourniquet. Oh wait, no, it's
Oh no,
machine.
this is machine.
It won't work if I'm
No,
in
I
the
know
menu.
what I'm doing.
One second, let me drag you into another VC.
Sorry,
Once-
I ain't got no clue.
Again, once you've bandaged that person, you can take off the tourniquet.
No, Penguin did take off the tourniquet on Flame.
Right.
All right, let's see. Arson and Epic, go ahead and stand on this wall again. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this stick here. And Prism, go ahead and stand over by them as well.
What the fuck?
What's up?
That's weird.
I just took off the
I don't
tourniquet.
know if a person like walks next to me, like more wounds are gonna appear on the body.
Oh, okay, that's a small bug. I'm guessing the wounds just. It's just a
I
bit
think
of
if you tab back out of it and tab
Yeah,
back
no.
in, those wounds go away. So it's not that big of a problem. Yeah, bullet wounds will probably hurt a lot less than falling out of a building and shattering your legs.
Prism mostly fine. He's mostly fine.
There we go. Tato's fine, but he has a broken leg.
That's good. So Patata, go ahead and line up on the wall over there with the other D-class. That leg is unfixable. So you're fixed as much as you can be fixed. And Penguin's just fixing his right arm and then actually his left arm and his right arm. He's holding a flare. The flare model is a gun for some reason.
They're not bringing others. Oh, good. Patata has a lot of blood left. Perfect for this next part. I think we're doing.
Yeah.
I think we're
So
doing-
the 2 uninjured people and one of the people that just got treated on
Who has more blood? Patata
yes,
does.
Patata, Arson, and Epic will be used for this next thing. So Epic, stand in front of this wood column right here. Arson just right where you are, and Patata on the other side of Epic, about right here.
Is anyone still? Penguin.
Arson, go ahead and move to
You
your
can't
left
do
just
anything
a little
more.
bit. There you go. Yep. All right, Flame, go ahead and line up by Prism over here to the right. So in this next section, it's going to be bringing someone back to a functioning condition after them passing out and possibly
Suffering
their heart
cardiac arrest.
stopping. Yeah, cardiac arrest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 5 or 6 shots from my pistol into one of their legs, so that way they bleed out. Whenever they pass out is when you'll go up to treat them. So, Seraph, if you want to get Arson.
Well, that's a
That's
lot.
funny.
So now,
It's kind of funny.
just stand in front of one of the D-class that were shot, and whenever they pass out and go down on the ground, or machine step back, whenever they pass out on the ground is whenever you'll run up on them. So
Okay.
Run up on.
So Penguin, you're good. Machine, Seraph.
By the way, if you think they're about to die, then you gotta tab out, or else it might glitch. Or is that already fixed?
And remember, if you see 4 or more bleeding wounds, use your tourniquet and then bandage them as fast as possible and monitor their heart rate. And as soon as you see their heart rate go to 0, start hitting them with an AED and then bandage, and then just alternate AED, bandage, AED, bandage. And after all of their bleeding wounds have been bandaged, then give them a CPAP and then continue on the AED.
Gotta give them blood. And by the way, giving blood in a tourniquet basically stops bleeding. That gives you a lot more time. Yeah, how do you have hypoxemia?
Do field doctors usually take O negative blood bags?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you see their blood's getting super low, like it's reaching to 1,000 milliliters, then go ahead and give them a bag of O negative blood.
He's alive. Just stand
Oh, did he
still.
bleed out? Oh, your med system lagged. Okay. Is your menu broken? Okay, go ahead and rejoin. And the D class that died, go ahead and rejoin as well.
Oh, he's coming back. Oh, okay.
Did he just crash?
Yep.
Yeah. Just need more blood, but you'll be fine overall.
No, potato, you bastard. Oh, I have all the wounds.
Let's see. This guy died by hypoxemia, cerebral hypoxia,
Yeah,
cardiac
Penguin.
arrest, cardiogenic
I
shock.
think Penguin's menu froze. So, looks like the only person that didn't have issues was Seraph, because this one died because the menu was frozen and this one crashed. So machine.
I need to
and-
rejoin my menus bugged.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and
Yeah,
rejoin.
go. Actually, if you can get an F9 screenshot and submit it to bugs and issue first.
Do you still have a CPAP, Seraph?
4, yeah.
And do you have adenosine?
No, I don't.
Okay. So, Arson, you get to be the lucky test for this. I'm going to try and guess where your heart would be. Just look straight at me.
Well, his heart isn't gone yet.
Nope. I'll wrap him up.
Same account launched from different device.
Uh-oh.
He's in a bit of shock. Let's see here. Yeah, no. He got hit in the chest, but he didn't get hit in the heart. Wonder why. I bet right there would probably be. Because the heart kind of favors the left side of the body a little bit. So, maybe right. Did that
His
even
heart's
hit him?
still there, but you fractured his chest.
I don't even see any discoloration in the lungs either.
Chicory, can you TP Penguin?
Can do.
Alright. I'm gonna try it a little higher up. Look up so I don't like hit your chin and do a headshot. There you go. Good lord.
You cannot find his heart, can you? You think I can try and do it on Prism?
No, do it on arsenic.
Wait, hold on. How
Again.
about his arson? He's fine mostly.
He's just having a
Can you
little.
shoot his lungs?
I think I might have got his left lung. It looks a little discolored. I'm just trying to destroy his heart. That's
Penguin,
all I
step out
want
of the
to
way.
do. Oh.
Nope.
You want to bandage him up and then get him back up. Because I want to
Okay, no,
show
I
you
definitely need a
guys.
however.
Let me see. Alright, go ahead and stand back up. Alright, maybe if we aim, I'm gonna aim a little bit lower. Maybe right there. Nope.
God, his heart does not want to explode.
That was more stomach.
Okay, I'm requesting a teleport.
Going cardiogenic shock, that's not good.
Try by the radio. I think I've shot by the radio
Thing-
before. Oh, will you give him...
Blood.
I don't actually know. Morphine. He's got a bit of shock. Let's let his blood get back up before we start shooting
Can you
again,
give
or
him
else we'll probably
1K
kill him.
blood?
Yeah, go ahead. Give him 1K blood and a morphine if you haven't already.
I suppose it's fine for morphine, so yeah.
Well, morphine will help with the shock. I think. Well, neurogenic shock it will.
You know, Arson's lungs seem to not be having fun.
Can I get teleported?
Chicory, if you can teleport machine.
Can do.
Let's see. Okay,
Well,
that
shot
hit
his
his lungs. Yeah.
Gonna give him CPAP.
Not yet, not yet.
Well, too
Well,
late.
actually, yeah, keep the CPAP on him. So that was his lungs, so I'm going to try a little more to the middle right there.
Judging him having cardiogenic shot, I'm guessing his heart. It is heart. What the hell?
Well, you can have cardiogenic shock without your heart being
Yeah.
damaged.
I forgot what cardiogenic
Maybe
shock
a
is.
little more to the left right there. Okay, his lungs are getting pretty hammered. Pneumothorax,
Oh,
yep.
his
His lungs
lungs
are...
collapsed.
Well, let me try Pip. Yeah, I got an idea. Is he gonna be
Okay,
shot?
he doesn't have a lot of his.
Make sure
his
you're on
circulation
semi and
failed.
go ahead and shoot him in the torso.
Look at me real quick, Ars.
lungs
Heart
are.
isn't showing yet.
I'll get the bandage.
Arson is a champ.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to. I'm just gonna try to get some lung hits on him. Oh,
Yeah, no, his blood pressure's just gone. He's not doing that well.
all right. Listen. All right, Flame and the rest of the D class just kind of stand back while we're trying to get the right symptom on this man. Maybe a little higher for the heart. So right there, maybe. Oh, his lungs are destroyed now.
Oh no, it doesn't say destroyed lungs yet.
They are literally black.
They aren't destroyed yet, so he can still barely breathe.
All right, I'm gonna try with my pistol this time. Are they destroyed yet? No.
Arson, just let your heart explode.
Bro, it's clearly the body armor, bro.
Maybe we just need a much more higher caliber weapon.
Well, I'm using 556, which is should be plenty enough.
Oh, his lungs are gone.
Okay. So now, with his destroyed lungs, if you were to come up on someone, their heart is stopped, they're not fully dead, but you see their lungs are destroyed, give them a CPAP and monitor their blood pressure and their pulse constantly until they like get enough blood. So if you saw they were at this amount of blood, go ahead and give them a blood bag. You can see they're in hypovolemic shock and they have hypovolemia, which is just lack of blood to the brain just because their lungs are destroyed. But if they have a CPAP, they'll be able to manage, but they're going to be coughing quite a bit.
I'll give him blood.
So we're just trying to sustain his life for a while longer.
Yes. So he is able to live longer in this situation, but it's just not a great situation. So see, now he's out of hypovolemic shock, but he still has hypovolemia. If we were to take out that CPAP, he'd probably die in like 30 seconds
Or less.
or less. So now he doesn't even have hypovolemia. Now he just has neurogenic shock from the pain.
Yeah, congratulations, Arson. You're a living miracle. Through the abilities of technology. Hell,
All right,
octopus.
all the other D class go ahead. Arson, move down the line in front of this flare right here, and the rest of the D class line up to his right. So just in front of me right here. Let's see which one. So Epic is unwounded. You're wounded. You're wounded. You're unwounded. So we just need Machine and Penguin to do this again. So Prism, stand to Flame's right. And Patata, scoot to your left a little bit. Alright. Not that far, just like in front of me right here. There you go.
Arson is surprisingly still hanging on.
Yep.
But I think his condition's getting worse.
Okay, so if you were actually in a squad with someone that you were dealing with destroyed lungs, you'd want to keep tabs on them quite often just to make sure you don't see any irregularities like in their blood pressure or pulse or anything like that. Because right now his pulse is quite low. So you just want to keep an eye on it. So now, I think it's T1. Yeah, it's T1.
Hey T1, why
Yeah.
are you joining?
Do you guys need more people at all?
No, I think we're good. Thank you, though.
Unless
Alright,
you want to
good
pseudo
training, sir.
medical training by just watching.
Anyways, we'll get out of you guys' hair.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Lemons, go back to lemon chat so we can just
Yeah,
So, let's-
T0, lemons forever.
Alright, so Seraph, what gun do you have? Do you have an MP5?
Yeah.
So go ahead and shoot Patata into Epic in the legs until they get like 5 or more bleeding wounds.
Oh.
Oh, come on. There you go. They're bleeding.
Alright, so now Machine and Penguin go ahead and line up in front of Patata and Epic. And
Treat
whenever
them when
they-
they fall.
Yeah, treat them whenever they
Arson. Why?
collapse.
Oh no.
Arson's on the ground. He's
Arson.
in.
Well, no.
I'll
He
tend
took out
to
the
him.
CPAP.
Oh, he took out the CPAP. Alright, give him the CPAP again.
He's got the CPAP.
Alright, nice. Stabilizing.
So even if your operative's stupid enough to take off the CPAP that's keeping them alive, it appears that you can actually save them.
If you get another CPAP on them and just keep on with the AED, then they'll be okay.
There you go, he's awake. Feel bad for Arson.
Let's see
He
how
might need-
fast they're losing blood. Well, this guy,
He's
he's
gonna pass out.
losing 60 units per tick. He's losing about 30, which is fine. So, Machine and Penguin, go ahead and just stay back for now. Machine, there you go.
No, you're probably gonna pass out in a bit. I'm not gonna shoot you again.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, Penguin.
Yep. Penguin. Tend to that pick.
How do you apply tourniquet? Oh, you don't. Machine is going to practice on. Alright, Machine, go ahead.
Flame, you still have a broken right thigh. You're gonna be in pain.
Oh yeah, Prism and Flame, if you want to rejoin so you're not injured anymore, you can. And we'll have you TP'd back.
That's okay. Good machine, very, very good. I can't see Epic's medical menu for some reason. Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
Bro, my shit
Uh,
keeps lagging.
Penguin. I didn't hear you
well,
use
he did. I saw he didn't have a pulse whenever I tapped in before he died, and I didn't hear an AED going off, so I'm thinking you
I was
let that.
trying to deal with the bleed first, and then do
No,
that.
deal with
Okay,
the bleeding
so-
while using AED.
The proper
Oh,
protocol for dealing with that is if you see them go into cardiac arrest, they have zero pulse, zero like blood pressure. You bandage a bleeding wound, and then you hit him with an AED. Then you bandage another wound, and then hit him with another AED. And you do that until all the wounds are bandaged up. And then, if you have all of the wounds bandaged up and they're not bleeding anymore, give them a CPAP, and then continue with the AED. Because if not, then they'll just die from cardiac arrest.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
Penguin, a big tip, if they have a tourniquet on and you have O negative blood or whatever blood they have, use that because that's pretty much gonna stop the
Oh,
bleeding and keep giving them more blood.
yeah, that's what I was doing actually, but
Yeah.
late.
There you go.
I-
You got
Looks
auto
like
backup.
Potato is in good condition now. Machine, in this case, he'd probably just suture up the rest of the wounds. Maybe use a trauma kit to remove
Oh,
the foreign bodies and the bullet entry,
Yes.
and then he'd be all good. Let's see. Penguin will have you go again. Arson, we're kind of
Arson's in
actually
a stable condition.
okay.
He's
So
he's very fragile.
Let's see here. I'm going to time it actually. So Arson, hold still. I'm gonna get my timer out on my phone. So the moment I take this CPAP out, all right. Let's see how long it takes for him to go into
5.
cardiac arrest. He's automatically gained about 5 symptoms. They just alerted a Titan. Stop. All right,
Oh, he's
15 seconds, and he's already into cardiac arrest again. So go ahead and give him another CPAP.
down to 1 CPAP.
15 seconds is all it takes for them to go into
Yep.
cardiac arrest and die.
Well, he isn't dead
The-
yet. It'd take more.
Well, it's 15 seconds, and his heart stopped after not being on a CPAP.
I am
So-
incredibly impressed that Arson is not dead yet.
It's the CPAP, dude.
CPAP is extraordinarily powerful.
People take it for granted.
Like what?
All right, let's do it one more time, Prism. Go ahead and just stand in front of me right here. We'll have Penguin do it again. There, if you give her a few wounds.
Prism? Okay. Is that enough? One more.
That's
There.
good. All right, so now remember, Penguin, to if they go into cardiac arrest, the proper protocol is to bandage, then hit with the AED, and then bandage, hit with AED, and repeat that. And then once all of the bandage wounds are not bleeding anymore, then go ahead and give them a CPAP, and then continue with the AED until they are back to normal. Or, well, not to normal, but just until their heart starts beating again.
Tad, are you okay?
So he'll be.
He's
know.
alive, but he has cardiac arrest.
You hit him with the 80s.
Oh, there he
Yeah,
goes.
Sheen.
All right, make sure they have a CPAP as well, machine. Oh, actually, no. Okay, yeah, give them a CPAP, and then continue hitting them with an AED. All right, Penguin, you got Prism. There you go.
Penguin, he's in cardiac arrest.
Now what you'd want to do, machine, is just monitor their vitals until they get more blood and get back up.
Penguin, you're gonna want to give him blood and start hitting him with the 80. Hitting her with the 80. Bandage, AED. Bandage, AED. Then once you've bandaged all their wounds, just stick a CPAP in them and start just hitting up the AED until you see heartbeat. While they're going through hypoxemia, you should probably give them a CPAP now.
All right, Flame, I'm gonna try to get a lucky destroyed heart on you. Nope.
Right, they have a pulse now, so just start. At this point, they should be able to wake up. Let's take off the tourniquet. Should be able to wake up soon. If you wanna give him more blood, that's up to you. There you go. Prism is alive, Penguin.
You're not dead. You'll wake up in just a minute, fine. Oh, sweet. Did Penguin get Prism back up? Awesome. And then in a real op, instead of taking the CPAP back out of
Nice.
them, since they're just one use, go ahead and leave them in the person. That way, uh, their breathing doesn't alter. I'm gonna make sure no sleepers come this way.
Are you healing sleepers?
Mm-hmm.
God.
Uh,
Don't
no,
worry about the
Classy,
sound.
stay away from
No,
that.
no, no.
We don't need
Don't
you
worry
to
about the
die.
sound.
What, are you dying? Fine. Arson, I know sleepers are scary, but your destroyed lungs are a lot scarier without that CPAP. And you still have a CPAP on. So surprisingly, Arson is still stable.
How do people freaking get destroyed hearts? I swear. Alright, I'm going to... Let's see. Flame. I'm gonna try to hit Flame again and try to destroy his heart.
Nope.
No? How? Bro, like, we figured out that the lungs are pretty much in line with the radio on D class.
Do you not? Hold on. Let me patch
Oh,
you
did
up.
I not bandage him?
Patch you up. Okay, you're good. His pulse is incredibly high though. Ability class D, you just simply do not
Yes,
have.
epic. Oh yeah, floating flare.
What?
Oh, the side of your torso?
Ooh.
Are you holding anything? Here, press 1. Now look down, straight down. Making sure no
That's scary.
See a sleeper off in the distance. Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe here. Epic, stand still for just a second. I'm gonna.
No, you hit him from the back. About it.
No, I hit him from the side, so it went through his left bicep and into his chest, but it still didn't hit his heart.
Oh, I can see what you mean by it's by medical menu lagging.
Yeah, it's like right now. Alright, so since I can't figure out how to destroy someone's heart here, Prism, what's your blood at?
I know how to destroy someone's heart.
Maybe it's a bit lower. So let's try. Nope.
Like, let me show how to destroy a heart.
No, you
You
shoot him
get
from
Who
the
wants,
attacked.
back.
who wants
No,
to
shoot
get
him.
their heart destroyed?
Shoot him from the back.
If, do you have any
Easy.
adenosine to deal with destroyed heart?
Arson?
I do.
Okay. Look, Arson, I know you like me, but I think we should just be friends.
You probably shouldn't shoot Arson. He still
Oh,
has
boy.
destroyed lungs.
There we go.
I see what Machine did. Alright, Prism,
there he
excellent.
has a,
Face
br-
the
he has
wall.
a destroyed heart.
So maybe, so that's.
Just like shoot him like 4 times in the back.
Why don't I kill him?
Feel like a little bit more to the right, like slightly.
Yeah, let me try a little more to the right.
Well,
Oh, lung, but not heart.
I wanna try.
If you want to try, go ahead. Put it on a semi though.
Yeah, alright.
Don't back on him.
Probably like right here.
Nope, that's still lung.
Tada, can you go on the wall? I'm gonna try and shoot your heart out.
I'm just trying to show an example of how useful adenosine can be. Holy frick. That's a lot closer.
Hey, nope.
I think
What
there
the
were
fuck?
multiple titans that they spawned in.
Oh my god, I see a lot of sleeper over there.
Alright.
I can get a
Prism,
reacher over here.
we're going again. I'm gonna try to... Oh, I had it on auto, but that's okay.
Not.
Pneumothorax. Bro, how hard is it to find the heart?
That's what I ask myself every day.
Nope.
Fucking
Prism shot again?
heartless creatures, dude.
I don't know.
I think I got his lung bit.
Try a little... I don't know if it's higher or lower. Try like on the
Lower.
strap. Like, or lower.
Probably.
Probably
Like,
right
like
here.
here.
Nope. Dude, it's so hard to get the heart.
Like lungs, we can get those pretty easy.
I mean, if you can't get the heart, Pip, you can just explain to them what to do.
Okay, so we'll try like 3 more times with prism. So I'm gonna try a little higher.
Your pain
God, I
isn't
feel
it?
like I
Your
get
chest isn't a
hungry.
lot of pain. Might as well use this trauma kit.
Alright, I'm gonna try right here. I'm just gonna like go down the... Oh. Pneumo. They've got some pretty whack lungs right now. So now I'm gonna try like mid back. Like right there.
They go down.
Nope.
Alright, when you wake back up, just... Actually, when you wake back up, crouch. That way we can maybe like shoot at an angle where we could cover more like... Go ahead and crouch, face away. So if I just shoot from like right here. Nope. I don't have any bandages.
I got it.
Okay, so since we can't figure out where the heart is in the body, every medic here, what you do
We'll
if
find
you
the heart.
came across someone that had a destroyed heart and they were in cardiac arrest, what you would do is you would give them a shot of intravenous adenosine, and adenosine, what it'll do is it'll pretty much like restart your heart, and it'll make the heart not destroyed. But it may also damage the lungs, so you need to keep tabs on that as well. And adenosine is the only reason like Cosmic was able to survive for so long last time, because he had destroyed heart and lungs. And he used adenosine, brought his heart back, and then he put in a CPAP, and he was able to... That's why Arson and I guess Prism now
What the fuck is
are
going
able
on?
is there anything else that we can cover?
4 wounds, put on a tourniquet, deal with them, take off tourniquet. You already got that across.
No, when you guys are just gonna stay for the medical training. Let's see. I feel like that's pretty much everything. We only apply morphine if they're shocked and their heart rate could it like has some cushion room for being lowered just a little bit. Epinephrine is to raise the heart rate and kind of jumpstart them.
A little bit close.
Yo, who wants adrenaline?
Who wants to get fucked on morphine?
Let's see.
Well,
No,
don't
give
kill him
him.
yet.
Give him.
We do a little experiment.
That's about it, right, Pip?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about it.
Ooh.
CPAP to keep Arson alive.
And Prism,
adenosine.
because Prism's got collapsed lungs.
Epinephrine, that's gonna make your heart beat so fucking fast that it's gonna explode.
But yeah, you always want to be sure to keep tabs on people that have serious symptoms like Prism does right now and
Or
Arson
Arson.
does, because at any point there's a possibility that they could go into cardiac arrest again, and you just need to be on your toes. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Wait, let me find the heart. Who wants to volunteer to get shot in the heart?
Try and do practice.
I have
Okay.
an idea for finding the heart.
So we're just
If
gonna-
you- like, I might take
Yo.
a pistol if that's okay with you guys, and then since the
Fab.
pistol holding animation sort of like sticks
Fab.
the gun out,
Bro, what? Okay.
look directly up and shoot.
What about
Yeah,
like down
two.
here?
You got 2 epinephrines in your veins right now.
Who does?
Have fun.
Why'd you?
Who has 2 epinephrine? Is
Prism.
it Prism? All right, it's time to give him 4 now.
What did you just say?
No.
Alright, let's give him
Prism's
at
2
100.
more. Let's give
Our
him
heart's
2
gonna
more.
explode. Actually,
Alright,
maybe this is
more.
how we destroy our heart.
I just gave her 2 intravenous epinephrines.
I
I
give
mean,
him 2
she's
more
gonna
too.
OD, but
Alright, here we go.
none of us have anything else. Stop it.
This is what you call a concoction. The T0 concoction.
And then stab 1 morphine to see what happens.
And even give her
Oh my God.
adenosine because
Her heart rate is at
Holy
180 beats per
shit!
minute.
180. 190.
Have you not OD'd yet?
Holy shit, you're resilient. Oh my god.
More
Alright.
epinephrine.
Yes, give her all the epinephrine you have. Oh, cardiac
There's
arrest.
cardiac arrest.
Oh, there we go.
At 80.
Come on.
Oh, she's back at
still on
180.
Oh my
drugs.
god.
Hmm?
That's amazing.
I mean, her heart's still gonna explode eventually.
That is so high.
Yeah, exactly. You're bleeding out.
can I
No
give her
way.
Some morphine. How has she not died from just overdose from so much medicine? Her
It's the
blood
lungs,
pressure
bro.
is
It's clearly the lungs.
154 over 100. That is
At this
nuts.
point, it's not a training anymore. It's just experimentation.
Yeah, this is just seeing how down bad we can get a person.
And whether or not we can keep him alive somehow.
someone.
Oh, cardiac arrest.
Oh, cardiac arrest, yeah.
Here, Pip, I'm off to your left, but
Oh my gosh, is
I
it
have an
200
idea.
per second?
Come on, we can save him. Okay, he's no,
Neurogenic
the
shock.
cardiac arrest.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, they're good.
Oh. Are they back to normal heart rate now?
Holy
No,
shit.
it seems to be going down. Are we being able to save Prism without using anything anti?
Oh, look at their heart. It's purple now.
Oh, shit.
It's damaged.
Oh, rip.
We need to make her heart calm down. Hold on.
No, we need to destroy it so I can show what the adenosine does. Everyone get all of your epinephrine and medicine in there.
Right
It's
now.
just gonna kill
Okay.
it.
Alright. Morphine.
Peep, is it still happening?
We're pretty much at the end of it right now. We're just trying to destroy someone's heart. We couldn't find it with bullets, so we're using medicine.
Fair enough.
here, Pip, I have an idea.
If you want to spawn in Cosmic with like 15 epinephrines, then please do so. Just like all
Possible to do
epinephrine
90.
and morphine. I can hear all of the medicine you guys are putting into her.
God.
Okay, that's all of my morphine.
There you go. 15 morphine down the drain.
15?
I can't see your wounds. My menu
Really?
bugged, so I can't see his wounds.
Oh,
Literally, it
he's
has
not doing
no
good.
feeling.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna bring 90 epinephrines now.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Prism.
Extra, maybe.
Oh,
How are you still alive?
Todd is
Jesus.
about to die. Hold on.
Here,
My-
If you shoot her right now, she's gonna bleed out immediately.
here, come back with a
Yeah,
M9 once you
you
die.
just
Got
pump blood at it. Like 200 ticks a second. No, it's like 200 milliliters per tick. I can't.
Holy shit, potatoes. You put 2 tourniquets on him.
I did not put 2 tourniquets on.
Yeah, you did.
Someone else put it. I remove one.
Okay, I'm gonna let's help him out.
Oh, hold on. Okay, they're back. Not dying.
but here, Pip.
I'm gonna
Hey there.
trauma kit the left leg.
Can you see the side of my torso here?
Like,
Kind of, yeah. Let me.
I'll go for a right leg.
Look a bit to your right or left. Look to your left. There we go. Wait, get out of the way, Prism. Just a second.
Don't move his body.
Nope. I don't have any bandages, so I'm just gonna suture that.
Can I
Well,
can I get a
well, you're
TP?
still body.
Can
That's what
Mr.
you are.
Pengu get a TP?
No flame. Don't look for a reacher. You're probably gonna find sleeper instead.
Yeah, don't go look for the anomalies. I'm just gonna put like one there, there.
You hit it.
Second CPAP.
I did?
I know.
Oh boy, I hit his heart.
Is it destroyed?
No, but it's damaged.
Sad. Patata, I think you'll live with broken legs. You might be crippled, but you'll be live. Okay, fine. I actually don't have enough trauma kits to save you. Well, at least not to keep your legs. Patata, you can just leave the game and rejoin.
Or I could do you a favor. Okay, never mind.
How's your heart doing? Not too good.
Oh, he's doing well. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I hit in his top right, like mid left, and then bottom right. So I'm thinking it's mid left that got his heart. So maybe try that again. Watch out, Seraph.
What the fuck happened here?
Nope.
You didn't hit it that time.
So many
I
flares.
actually did. Oh.
Oh. Hey,
No, not yet.
Prism alive still? What the
Prism.
fuck? How?
Oh, you should see Arson.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the top right one.
Let me
No,
put
no, no, I
tourniquet
got
on.
you. I got you. I got a
No,
bigger
big.
gun. Hold on.
There we go. Oh,
Oh, their heart's gone.
Oh. destroyed.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Alright, so
get
now if I
check
use
out that big.
Adrenavenous. Alright, go ahead and hit him with an A. Actually, no. Watch his heart while I do the adenosine.
Yeah, I'll start bandaging.
Nice. Back up. And his heart is
I don't have
now,
anything to
he's
bandage
still
with.
in cardiac arrest, so I'll go ahead and put a CPAP on him.
Oh my god.
I think the game might have just frozen.
Yeah, it did.
Sorry, I think there's just too many flares.
How many flares did you guys do?
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3,
4,
4, 5,
5,
6,
6,
7, 8, 9,
7,
10.
8.
What the?
Oh my god, why? Lulu trolling.
Memories at a nice 698 megabytes.
Maybe it'll unfreeze. Maybe.
Oh, whoa,
Oh,
what happened?
Oh, I died.
okay, so apparently while the game is frozen, if you still shoot people in the head, it'll register after everyone's unfrozen.
Mass murder.
So I put a one tap in every D class's head while it was frozen, and they all just buckled over and died.
We're gonna come back for you, Pip. We're coming
Oh my
back.
god.
Fucking JoJo right here. Fucking time stuff.
The time stop
Deal.
kill like 6 people, and then
Fucking
Should
Zalarda.
we bring guns back though, so that we can
no,
like, aid-
training's over.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
All right, Patata against the wall. T0 lineup right here.
It's over, you
Alright.
say. Alright, cool.
Full auto. You
What?
guys ready?
Oh my god.
Alright, thanks for coming, guys. I hope, Machine, I hope this will help you out. Because I saw in the last stop, like, you weren't
Yeah.
doing bad, but I feel like something like this would have helped you quite a bit, so.
Yeah, Penguin, remember. Put on the take off the tourniquet.
Yeah, got it. Hold on.
And also the CPAP for hypoxemia. You may not need the CPAP, but it's highly recommended.
Oh shit, I accidentally give myself epinephrine.
That is what you call entry denial.